Mfethu Mnisi asked this question, right? Mnisi asked this question. Was the firearm found in the in position linked to the Meyiwa murder? Right, that is the question. Then Judge Ratamakotlang asked the following question. Do you want the witness to answer that question? Mnisi says yes. And when Sergeant Masondo answered the question, that's where we got this clarity. He answered and said the following. No, the gun wasn't linked to the Meyiwa murder. The question is, why do we have accused number 3 in this? Right. Number 2, for station number 2, right? Accused number 3 is found with a 9mm pistol, right? There is an emphasis on the fact that the gun that was used in the Meyiwa case or murder was a revolver. Now, here is what you need to understand. When I was doing my training in the firearm school, right, we used a lot of 9mm. So, take for instance, we would be given 30 seconds for 10 bullets. You know what I'm saying? So, in 30 seconds, we must have done 10 bullets. Pa, 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 pa. There's a reason why specifically they picked 9mm instead of the revolver. So if you understand the functionality and the efficiency of the two guns, then you will realize what it means when they say the gun that was used in the Meyiwa murder was a revolver. I'm going to explain, for a moment, I'm going to explain that alone. Before we dive into all of this, right, I'm going to have to explain this, right? Why is it important to understand why revolver, why not 9mm, right? So today we saw some... should I say, I don't know, but I don't understand why we had Sergeant Masondo and Sergeant Dlamini. Like, I honestly don't understand why they called the two, right? Accused number 3, it seems like we're dealing with accused number 3, right? Accused number 3 is accused, or is actually serving 30 years in prison for a murder of a taxi box in Alexandra, right? And that's how actually he was arrested. No problem. So the question is, he was found with 9mm, but the gun that was used in Senzo Meyiwa is a revolver. The question is, what we're trying to figure out here, who murdered Senzo? You are bringing people that were arrested for the taxi, the taxi box Alexandra case, right? And there's not, it's up to so far, we have never had anything that link the two, right? That is exactly what we're about to talk about today, provided that you are interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? You need to do all of these nice things because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. Good people, please watch the video till the end. You know what I'm saying? Also, like the video, guys. Like the video. It tells the algorithm to say, wait, you need to promote this video. Also, guys, comment. It tells the algorithm to say people are engaging in this video. Watch. You know what I'm saying? Lastly, good people, you need to share this video, right? Good people, let's start here. As a person that has been into a firearm training school, let me educate some of you. I know also I've seen in the comments, right? By the way, I'm apologizing for not commenting, from not replying to your comments, guys. It's hectic, but I'm gonna make sure that I reply to all of your comments. I was supposed to reply this weekend, but hey, there's a wedding that I'm preparing, guys. Well, not my wedding, but somebody's wedding. So I'm I'm sorry, guys, for not responding to your comment, but I will definitely do that. I saw in my comment, right? We've got people that are low student. We've got police here that are watching this channel. We've got people that are working in the court. We've got advocates that are watching this channel. I can tell by the comments as well. I'm just talking about people that are in the law aspect, in the law fraternity, or one way or the other linked to the justice system. Now, you will understand that if a person is using a revolver, it means that that person must have all the time in the world, right? They are not on the rush, because if you're looking at the efficiency of a revolver and the efficiency of a 9mm, I'll give an example. You must notice that it's only a revolver that when you shoot with a revolver, it doesn't leave a lot of in cartridge and all the stuff. It doesn't leave things like that. But if you're using a 9mm, it's gonna give you those things. I forgot the right word, man. I'm gonna bring my books. Now I'm gonna have to bring my books where I explain the use of firearms, because for this case it is very much important that I also teach you about a firearm. But for now, let me summarize this by saying the person that shot Senzo Meyiwa had all the time in the world. You must look at the type of a gun that was used there. It just tells you that the person that was shot, look, the person that shot Senzo Meyiwa had all the time in the world. Because the type of that gun, it's not a gun that you can use in a situation where you just wanna hit it and run. If you are looking for hit it and run, then you will use a 9mm. That is why accused number 3 had a 9mm, because it tells us that okay, it fits the profile of a hitman, number one, and a hitman wants to do the job and then leave, disappear. But a person that shot Senzo Meyiwa had all the time. It could be a hitman, but that hitman had all the time in the world. That is what I've noticed, right? I'm not going to talk about Chico Tola's gun because people are now talking about Chico Tola's gun. I'm not going to talk about Chico Tola's gun at this moment. So today we saw our Sergeant Mandla Masondo saying that Mthobise Carlos Ncube was found in the with the Sizach Republic Luka 9mm pistol and a magazine with 15 bullets, one in the chamber, making it up to 16. The firearm serial number was also scratched. That what? Look, I'm gonna mix these two people because I mean, honestly speaking, we cannot deal with one person. I'm more interested in the evidence that came out after this, right? Now, now remember that I said it is a 9mm. Look, because Sergeant Dlamini was very specific when he said that it was a 9mm. It was found in the possession of a 9mm gun. It is Sizach Republic Luka 9mm pistol with. Okay, leave the other details. Focus on this one. 9mm. Right. I want you to pay attention to this one. Right. Do you guys remember how confidence was Mosia when he was back in the days when he was explaining the fact that the gun that was used in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa was a revolver? Do you remember that one? He was very confident. So now we had a sergeant previously that confirmed this was the type of a gun that was used. Then you've got accused number 3. Then these people are coming to tell us that okay, so accused number 3 was found in possession of this type of a firearm. Then the question is, why do you have accused number 3? Because the previous cell phone data expert or cell phone what analysis or expert, whatever you wanna call it, right? He told us that okay, there was a conversation between these people, and he made it made it look like accused number 3 is the mastermind in terms of combining that group. No problem. So if that's the case, and then we take accused number 3 and we say what was his involvement in the case, guys, come on. So he was found in possession of that firearm, and then we said no problem. So was the procedure followed? No, the procedure was not followed. The fingerprints were not taken in the gun to see who was using the gun. That's number 1. Number 2, was there a warrant of arrest? No. Was there a warrant to search? No. So you're telling me that if it wasn't for the Alexander case that is convicted for, if this person has been arrested for the Meyiwa case, I'm telling you, these guys will walk, that accused number 3 will walk free. Because even the manner in which he was arrested is unconstitutional. So I just kind of, you know what, it doesn't give me peace, because on the other hand, you have a police minister, Mr. Pegitele, saying that he was proposing that he wants to take guns away. Like, I'm talking about legal guns, not illegal guns, because he wants to leave the police and all the stuff. So now, let me ask this question. Fact check me on this one. There was this thing called Nipap Gebeng on Ukos FM done by Dutukos. Like, I have that on my archive, right? I'm not gonna play it now, but I have it, right? There was this guy that was once arrested. Ne? Let me tell you how this guy was arrested. But before I tell you how this guy was arrested, this guy served 11 years in prison. He was sentenced 21 years. He served 11 years. After 11 years, it was found that he was wrongfully arrested for a rape that he never committed. You know how it happened. So he lived next to a tavern. So there was this lady that happens to cry and so he was the first one to arrive and assisted the lady. You know what I'm saying? So then they called the police and the police arrived there. And then now police are busy doing their work. And then they asked the lady, can you point the guy, one of the people that did this to you? And the lady pointed at the guy. And the guy was arrested, right? After 11 years, it was found that the Pietermaritzburg court had made an error. And the worst part, it was found that the presiding judge on that case was a female. She was just emotionally driven, never factually driven. I'm asking you this question. How many people are in prison today who are in prison because of some incompetent police? Because what we saw today, we just saw the incompetent. I don't even want to say that word, but incompetent. Yeah, sometimes it's just an understatement if you're looking at what is happening right now. So you're telling me that you are bringing accused number 3 to this case for what? I just don't get it. How many people are arrested, serving some serious sentence over things that they never committed? Like, I've just named one. I know many. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been following this. I know many. I've just mentioned one. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask me to prove that person, I've got that interview in my archives. So I am saying to you, they came here, Sergeant Dlamini and Sergeant Masondo, just to prove that sometimes the SAPS can be incompetent in terms of arresting wrong people and trying to pin them into cases that doesn't necessarily make sense. No warrant of arrest, no search warranty, you busy, no fingerprint was done on that thing. Now you're telling us that we must just believe for some strange reasons that you've got the right man. You know what I'm saying? Just because you are a state. We want to respect the police. You know what I'm saying? And I am saying this with they must take this with a pinch of salt. The men and women in blue uniform. There are men and women there that are really doing their jobs. Like, they love doing their jobs. But there are those ones that I don't want to mention. In this case, but wow. Somebody once, I came across this comment where somebody says this case proves that many people are in jail because of incompetent police and lawyers who are greedy. You know what I'm saying? Who are greedy to win case by corruption. You know what I'm saying? So I think this person is actually telling the truth to say, how many people, have just named one that I know, how many people are there who have never committed anything? I've listened to Skim Chippy when he was talking about a guy that he found in prison who helped him write that book. The guy that was arrested for a crime he never committed. How many of those? I also met with a guy that works for Centurion prison. You know what I'm saying? It's just next to the army side. He told me about how, these things that you call it a rape case, right? I know I'm doing a different education than this case, but it is important that we bring this information. It's very important. He told me that sometimes, you can be accused of rape, right? So they will take the samples, and then they go to the lab and they know that you are innocent, but they can swap it. You know what I'm saying? Make it look like it is positive. It came out positive. A person that works in prison will tell you that thing, it does happen. You know what I'm saying? I think Sergeant Dlamini and Sergeant Masondo have proven this to say, sometimes I think we must ask ourselves this question to say, if we want a death penalty in this country, looking at the things that are happening within the Senzo Meyiwa case, the incompetence of the police that is being displayed there, that actually it's making us to lose confidence in them. Do you think that we will have a lot of people that will be sentenced there? Do you think we'll have right people, or we will actually kill innocent people and leave corrupt people? Do you see where I'm going with this? But yeah, so we found that accused number 3 is linked with the Alexander taxi box, the matter of the taxi box, right? Taxi boss, not box, right? So we then had to ask ourselves a question. So tell me this question. What is linking this guy to the Meyiwa case? Because so far, zero. Look, Sergeant Masondo proved they were looking for this guy for the taxi, the taxi, then Alexandra taxi boss. So they proved that beyond reasonable doubt. How did this came about, the Senzo Meyiwa case? I'm still waiting for that. How did this became about the Senzo Meyiwa case? And even now, is it still about the Senzo Meyiwa case? Because from what I am looking for, or from what I'm seeing now, right, I don't see anything that links us to that. Like I said previously, no search warrant, no warrant of arrest, no fingerprint were found upon this weapon. So you're telling me that we must just believe that this guy is definitely linked with the Meyiwa, the death of Senzo Meyiwa? I don't get it. How? You need to explain to me how. But the point that has been proven, which I also need to give it to the state, is the fact that, okay, so this guy definitely is a hitman. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I understand that. I acknowledge that. But then, as much as he is a hitman, how is it that he's linked to the Meyiwa murder? Because that is what we are interested in today. Not the other yara stories. How is it that he is linked to the Meyiwa murder? That is what I haven't found such information. So somebody was saying, or somebody commented and say, it seems police just went with the plan to get people with a criminal history, and hoped that the public will easily accept that these people are used to doing crime in Kabi, so they were likely to be the Senzo Meyiwa case. You know what I'm saying? I get that this question where it is coming from, to say they were hoping that we're gonna buy into the story and then ultimately fall in love with this fiction. You know what I'm saying? That we are being given here, because like, this sounds like it is scripted. So I needed to remind you of this. The firearm that doesn't discard a cartridge is a revolver after a shot is fired, right? So if a firearm that doesn't release that type of that thing, a cartridge, right? So tell me something then. Do you say that the person that was involved in the Meyiwa case, really, if it's not a 9mm, let's use this point. If for instance we can prove that, okay, accused number 3's gun can be linked to the murder of Senzo Meyiwa, that means somebody tampered with the evidence to clear up the cartridge, to clear up everything. But then if we use the concept of revolver, again, we will still arrive at this point to say, wait a minute. So why, if it's a revolver, then accused number 3 must be recused from this case, because it doesn't make sense. What link accused number 3 to this case? A revolver and a 9mm are two different things. You know what I'm saying? So if it was a 9mm, then we want to know what happened to the cartridge. You know what I'm saying? Where is the cartridge? That's what we want to know. Where is the cartridge? So if we can't find the cartridge, how did you link him? You didn't take fingerprint of that gun, the gun you found in his position. How did you how did you then link him back to the Meyiwa murder? Right? It really doesn't make sense. So far, it doesn't make sense. I came across some of this comment where somebody says Masondo just messed up with Baloyi big time, right? All evidence found there has nothing to do with the Meyiwa case. So pictures, phone, gun, all had nothing to do with the First Lawyer's case. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait a minute. Advocate Baloyi needs to tell us, how did they select their witnesses? Because honestly speaking, and I agree with the comment that says we're still gonna be here probably for the next World Cup in South Africa, because wait a minute, it appears like we are bringing so many witnesses that are not actually helping us. We're not dealing with the Alexandra case here, we're dealing with the Senzo Meyiwa case. Every witness that must come onto that stand, they must at least give us something substantial, you know what I'm saying? A substantial evidence that really show us how are these people linked to that case. If you can't prove that, well, then we are wasting our ears, our time, our data, our money, you know what I'm saying? We are invested in this case. We need, now, also, you must notice that today we were told that I think one of them was witness number 97. You know what I'm saying? So you must ask yourself a question to say, wait a minute. So it means like even next year, we're still going to be talking about this case. Remember, it's August, right? We're left with September, October, November. I'm not sure if the court will proceed during December. So even if they do, they'll be disturbed by holidays as well. So it appears like, look, we are left with September, October, November, December. I'm telling you, if we are in witness number 97, probably chronologically, so it's witness number 9 out of 100. Then when do you think we will reach number 100? The thing is that we're bringing in people that has got nothing to do with the case, and that's what is delaying our time. You know what I'm saying? No wonder Advocate Mshololo was telling these people, Gucci, when a judge, stop spoon feeding these people. You know what I'm saying? Because wow. Yeah. Now, there's also one of the things that are questionable in terms of how the evidence was found. Remember that accused number 3, we were told that his gun was just not far, you know what I'm saying? Just if you're looking at how all of this thing happened, we found him walking on the street. He was the picture that is painted here. He was cooperative, you know what I'm saying? We searched him, you know, he understood. You know, if you're looking at the description of how they found accused number 3, it's like just one of this dumb guy, you know what I'm saying, who just when he saw police, he just freezed, you know what I'm saying, and then said to them, take everything. If you're looking at the narrative, it suits this is what you didn't understand. It suits the type of intruders that went into that house. Those intruders were dumb. That one of the dumbest intruders who just looked at the people and just allow people to beat them. If you're looking at the narrative painted by Sergeant Lamin and Sergeant Masondo, same thing. These people, you are attacking them. These people, when they are attacked by people, you know what I'm saying, they just sit there and they just don't retaliate. They wait for you to do something. You are beaten by the whole house. But mind you, so accused number 3 had a gun that has at about 28 ammunition. He doesn't do anything. He looks at you. It's just like you are talking about a dumb person that can't think. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fit the profile of a hitman. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? So that is at least the narrative that today they came to paint, that these people are so dumb. Accused number 3 is so dumb. You know, he can't even think. We get there. He's scared of us because we are police. We found the gun just lying there. Wait a minute. Do you see where I'm going? It suits what we saw, what we are being told at First Lotus, that those people were so damn naive, not even naive, and damn, you know what I'm saying? That is exactly what Advocate or Sergeant Lamini and Masondo came to tell us in court today, that this guy is dumb, stupid, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly. But again, so, yeah, now, you know, when I think about it, hey, people are busy doing some shenanigans there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now let's talk about the dumbness again. So say for instance, Ngobe, Carlos. I didn't know that advocate number 3 is Carlos Ngobe. So let's say then he cooperated. Did he have an option? That was the argument. Look. Because the person that was involved and was in charge today and really he did the damage was Advocate Mnis. No, he did the damage. So say for instance, Mr. Carlos Ngobe cooperated. Did he have an option? That was a question that was asked by Advocate Mnis. Of which when he asked that question, I was like, wow, it makes sense, because even if he didn't cooperate, well, you would have forced him. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the narrative that you are painting to say he's dumb, he just cooperated and all the stuff, it really doesn't make sense. I don't understand why did they have to tell us all those things. Like, honestly speaking, guys, I just don't understand, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, here's another fun fact. So we're going to call the girl that was arrested with accused number 3, who is a girlfriend. What is she coming to do? To tell us that, okay, you see what I'm telling you, Guti, we've got a long list of useless witnesses here. So she's coming to the stand soon. Advocate confirmed that. Advocate Baloy, to tell us what. So it means that we're gonna have people for accused number 1. They will tell us how they saw him getting arrested. We've got the police that arrested accused number 3. Why do we need a girlfriend for what? Is this girlfriend coming to dish some files that he is a hitman? But how is that going to link the man to the matter of Senzo Meyiwa? Because that is what we are here about, not the other things. How is that going to link that? Do you see what I'm saying? So when the girlfriend comes, please pay attention to this. In everything that she's going to say, I don't care whether she's going to prove that this guy is a hitman or not. That's not your interest. That's not my interest. My interest and your interest is that how is this guy linked to Meyiwa? That's it. That's all we want to know. He can't be a hitman. We don't dispute that. How is he linked to the Meyiwa murder? That's it. So you're gonna keep calling all this long list of witnesses that have got nothing to do with this case. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Hey, corner guys. I don't get it. So somebody was even commenting and say Masondo is done with his testimony. In summary, he came to tell the court that there was no link between the gun found in the room of accused number 3 and the Foslorus case. And I guess that is a best summary ever, because I mean exactly that's what he came to do. You know what I'm saying? I seriously don't understand, Guti. What did these people came to tell us? Like the girlfriend of accused number 3. What is she coming to tell us? Right? What is he coming to tell us? I know people are annoyed, eh? Somebody was even saying, instead of you calling Kelly Kumalo and Kelly Kumalo, her mother and Mapiri, you're gonna call the girlfriend. You're gonna call the person who's angsazi. Like honestly, guys, angsazi. But nevertheless, the job done by Advocate Mnisi was that he proved during his cross-examination beyond reason. I like his questioning, because during this time I was listening to, because me, guys, my interest was, what is it that is going to link this guy to Senzo Meyiwa? I couldn't find, like I was busy writing, I couldn't find anything. I was waiting for points that will prove that, okay, this is where he's linked. So when Advocate Mnisi saw that, okay, here there's nothing, and then he says, I'm going to do the damage here. I'm going to make him confess that there's nothing that links this person to the Meyiwa case. And that is what Advocate Mnisi did well today. He was on fire, and he was very much prepared, and he's the one that is representing accused number 3. And you Advocate Mnisi, I know, keep up, you are part of us, right? you are part of this crew now. I'm checking my other things here. So I'm not gonna talk about the gun that was easily found in the wardrobe and its position and all the stuff. But I think right there we must mention the fact that right in the gun there's a button here that you press, ne? And then it releases the now I forgot that word, but it releases this thing that has got the bullets in it. It's, by the way, it's not even bullets. I'm gonna give you the right word now. I'm gonna come with my books here. I'm gonna show you. Good, okay, this is what is called. This is what is called a bullet. When you are mistaken this by a bullet, this is not a bullet, but there's a general language for it. But yeah, for now, let's use this thing that has this bullet. Ne? So when they find you with the look in possession of a firearm, so they're gonna charge you for the firearm, excluding that the bullet and all the stuff. The live ammunition, you will be charged separately for your honor. So that's what they came to tell us, that they charged him for firearm, for a possession of an unlicensed firearm, which I get it, right? And the live ammunition, which has got its own sentence, right? Other than that, what else is there? What else was there for us to talk about, right? And then I think this question that was made by this person, it says, Advocate Baloyi and Sergeant Masondo doesn't know that guys borrow each other rooms, and being in a position of a weapon doesn't mean it belongs to you, right? Or does it mean it belongs to you? And let me also explain something that I saw in one of the police stations, by the way. There's a lot of incompetence that is happening with it, corruption. Let me rephrase the word incompetent. Maybe we can use it as well. So in a particular rank, right, there was a hitman that was hired by these people to do what, you know what I'm saying, hitman does. So he gets there. Gandhi, there's a guy that noticed that this guy's a hitman. You know what I'm saying? The guy that works in that rank. He calls the police. The police arrived there. They found the guy. He's sitting on the van. It was around 6 p.m. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's sitting in the van with the firearm. So when the guys, the people who have hired him, who are presently at the rank at the time, when they saw that, we got caught. This guy got caught. He's going to be arrested. They bribed this police. In the statement, the police wrote the following. They wrote that they found him next to the guy. That guy was arrested around that time. At 5 a.m. he was released by the police. I'm not going to say anything. Continue. I'm not going to say anything. We will add 1 + 1. This one in his room, that we probably don't know whether he was borrowed or what. You know, they found that. They let go of the girlfriend, but they arrested him. It has been said that he said, according to them, he said that he told them that leave this girlfriend. She doesn't know anything about it. Meaning he confessed, because once you say that, it's a confession. In the court of law, criminal court, if I were to say you are not guilty, you've got nothing to do with this. By saying that, I am simply saying to you, I acknowledge that I know this crime. That's what they also said indirectly. People who understand that, they understood what he meant by saying that. He was just, the same thing happened with the Thabo Baxter. We were told that Dr. Nandepama Kutemane asked the state to release his father, saying that it's not his but her father, saying that her father doesn't know anything about that case, and that alone is a confession. How do you know that he doesn't know anything about this case? Just 0 point. So, in other words, they came there to tell us that accused number 3 did confess to the crime by also excluding the girlfriend, so that they can only pin him to this case. To get where we're going, right? I don't know if you get where we're going. I'm laughing because I'm seeing a lot of people here commenting and saying they don't understand. How is it that a guy arrested for the Alexandra case, taxi boss, is now linked to the sons of Meyiwa? We most of us, we can see that, okay, this guy, you know what I'm saying, he's got dodgy dealings, but those dodgy dealings have got nothing to do with our problem at hand, and that has been most of us. That has been our problem. And then I was reading comments, you know what I'm saying, and I can see that a lot of people are just like, we don't understand. Please show us the link between the Alexandra and the Foslorus case. There's no link between the two, and neither did I found any link myself. I didn't. I cannot come here and say I found it, right? The rights, it's a mess. And somebody commented, I saw a comment says the following: this trial shows that there is a lot that is going on in the SAPS. I've just mentioned one, you know what I'm saying? It's a story that I know, you know what I'm saying? But it's confidential, you know what I'm saying? The next thing, we're expected to trust the police, being told that trust the law enforcement. But what this case, it's a case where the state should have set a president should have shown us that, you know what, we know what we do as the South African Police Service, and you know what I'm saying, we've got this, it's under control. If there's a case that they needed to inspire confidence in, it is this case. But it is the very same case that they are losing the confidence of people. You must remember that this case trends every day. Every day when this case is in session, it trends. This is the case the state look, we're not supposed to mess up with this case. But there we are. They're busy messing up with this case. And they did mess up with the case. You know what I'm saying? It is safe also to mention the fact that Carlos Mncube, accused number 3, was arrested on the 9th of February 2015, 3 months after the Meyiwa, 3 months after Senzo Meyiwa was shot, right? But the charges were, was arrested in Malvern, right? The charges was the possession of an unlicensed firearm, then later on then linked back to the Alexander taxi boss what case, right? No problem. And so up to so far, we really haven't seen anything that screams, wow, the state is working very hard. And also, okay, guys, we must go back to the issue. This guy, it's called the R versus Hepworth. The lawyer, the judge. Every time he keeps reminding us of that case, right? So we must always remember that case. So up to so far, when it comes as far as the evidence given by the members of the SAPS, the evidence that we can take and say, wow, at least it came close. It's the one of the cell phone mapping expect, right? Sorry guys, what's going on here? I don't understand. So far, what we can actually say, we find it to be a little bit of informative. It's the cell phone expect. Even then, remember, Advocate Ncholo questioned this thing to say, oh, wait a minute, is it a crime for me to call another person? Definitely it's not a crime, you know what I'm saying? But at least we got an idea that there was a conversation between these people. And at least there, so far from the South African Police Service, at least it's a glimmer of hope, but it's not the actual substantial evidence that we are looking for. Especially from an institution of that magnitude, an institute that has got the resources. You just ask yourself the question, where did they use these resources to? Because if they were looking for a mere human being like me, events would have collected a long time ago. Easily so. But people were with sophisticated. This is not a sophisticated crime. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely not a sophisticated crime. It's a crime that they were supposed to. It's a crime that they were just supposed to wrap it up. So, but again, we need to ask a lot of questions, right? 7 people were in the house that night, right? 2 intruders entered, right? And then 5 people are accused. And then you've got a number of witnesses. You know what I'm saying? When I came across this comment, I was like, wow, this comment makes sense. 7 people were in that house at that night, right? 2 intruders entered that house. And then 5 people, you've got 5 accused, then 100 witnesses. For the what? I don't know. Guys, today's thing, I don't know, like it was boring. Like, I was watching this thing, following this thing, trying to find out. But remember me, I am looking at anything that is going to link us back to the Meyiwa case. But in today's thing, I haven't found even a single one. It's just a disappointment. Because, look, something that we just arrived at is how incompetent is our police. And it's a shame because, like many guys, I know police that are really hard at work and they are doing their job wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? They love what they are doing. They are doing it from the heart. But unfortunately, there are those that are corrupt. And those that are corrupt are the ones that are highlighted in the Meyiwa case. And it doesn't inspire confidence from a public perception perspective. People are losing hope when it comes to South African police service. I don't know how are they going to redeem themselves, but if I was at the state, the police department, I will stop allowing witnesses that are coming to testify in that case, because the reputation of this institution, the South African Police Service, is really under siege, and it's not by us, it's by themselves. You know what I'm saying? The way they conduct themselves in this case, no. So I want to leave it here for today. If you are a member of the SAPS in management, please look at this. Whenever you have people who are testifying, especially from your department, if you have people from your department that are testifying, please bear in mind that whatever they do, it has got direct repercussions. You are either inspiring confidence to the public, or you are losing it all. In this case, in terms of Meyiwa, I can tell you this without a shadow of doubt: people are losing hope in the SAPS. All they see is just corruption rampant, and that's not a connotation that you want your SAPS to have. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But having said all of this, guys, get into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about all of this. I will see you on the next video. But until then, please